Welcome to the world of probiotic foods. This is Cultured Food Life with your host, Donna Schwenk.
Welcome, everybody, and thanks for joining me. And we're going to talk about oxalates today, and I am seeing this everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. People are asking me about it. People are like, I can't have these certain foods because of oxalates, and I want to explain something to you. This is very cool. There's all about bacteria in your gut and what you need to really eliminate these problems and not to worry about them. And oxalic acid is a compound. It's an organic compound that's found in almost all plants. It's the way that plants produce these acids at various levels. They all produce them, and they do it as a natural defense against insects and other pests. And so this term, oxalic acid, is the same as oxalates. They kind of are used interchangeably in nutritional science. So these foods, they're foods that have a high in oxalates like spinach, beets, chocolate, and almond, and there's quite a few others. I mean, most plants have them in there, but these are the ones that are really high in them. And it's funny because I eat a lot of all of those things that I have for a long time. And but I don't have any problem with them. And the most common ailment associated with oxalates is kidney stones. It's free oxalate and calcium that bind in the urine together. And what happens is when they do that, they result in crystals that form kidney stones. And kidney stones are extremely painful. Now, I've never had them, but I've heard horror stories about what happens when people try to pass kidney stones. So, having higher oxalates circulating in your system can result in joint pain, kidney stones, or stiffness in your joints, fibromyalgia, or inflammatory bowel disease. It can just cause all kinds of problems. But here's the thing. Our bodies produce oxalic acid on their own. Vitamin C can also be converted into oxalates when it's metabolized. But typically, oxalates bind to other minerals and carry them out of the body. And in most people, these compounds are then eliminated in the stools or the urine. And this could be a bit of a problem for our bodies because when oxalates bind to these minerals, the body can't use the minerals that it's bound to. And then our cells don't get the benefits of the minerals that they need. These minerals, things like magnesium, calcium, and iron, those are the ones they like to bind to the most. And oxalates, are called the anti-nutrients because they kind of strip you of those important minerals. And like, for instance, magnesium is a really important mineral. It's one that I think is one of the most important, one that I'm missing the most. So I supplement magnesium because our soils are depleted of a lot of minerals. It's really hard to get it through your diet. And I have really I wrote an article about magnesium. I really have seen how much it's helped me. I mean, my husband does it too. Magnesium is one of the few supplements I take because it's been so important for me. And it's been life-changing for me. It's something that I needed, especially during my pregnancies. They would put me on magnesium drips to keep my blood pressure down when I was having kids because I had terrible times with that when I was a young woman. This was before cultured foods, but it was a profound impact on me to watch what it did to me. And when I supplemented with it, it really helped me. And it's something I take every day. So you want lots of minerals in your diet and you want lots of ability to absorb them. And the way that you do that is by having lots of good bacteria. Now, you want lots of good, healthy bacteria in your gut because it will help you remove oxalates from the body naturally. And it's only 2 to 12% of the oxalates that absorb from food through the gut into the bloodstream. So your body will also produce oxalate on its own through the liver. Now, enzymes that process oxalates for removal from the body require B6. And this means people who have low B6 in their bodies won't have the ability to properly clear out all these oxalates. And compared to people who have a good nutritional status with holding on to a lot of B vitamins in their body. Now, let me explain something. You can't absorb B vitamins if you don't have good gut bacteria. That's a really fundamental thing that I have seen again and again. Good bacteria and B vitamins go hand in hand, and that affects your immune system. It affects everything. So if you are stripped of good bacteria, if you've taken a lot of antibiotics, had a lot of problems, throughout your life with different stressors and bad diets, you're going to probably be missing a lot of those good bacteria and B vitamins. So one-stop shopping for both B vitamins and good bacteria is fermented foods, and it will help you degrade those oxalates in your gut. But let me explain to you how your body's naturally supposed to take care of oxalates. There's a bacteria in your gut that is naturally found in the digestive tract. The bacteria Oxalifactor fermenges has a job to degrade oxalate in the body. That's its job. It uses only oxalate for energy, or it basically consumes it as a fuel source. Without special bacteria, we have a hard time breaking down oxalates. And then they go on to form things like kidney stones and cause a lot of problems. But this particular bacteria that resides in the digestive tract is very, very susceptible to things like antibiotics. So it can be killed pretty easily. So then if you don't have that, then you have other problems. That's why it's so important to keep your gut bacteria in good shape. They did some tests with colonizing with Oxalibacter formenges, which is associated with a 70% reduction in the risk of producing calcium oxalates or kidney stones. And in one study, adult volunteers who ingested a dose of Oxalibacter formenges had a reduced concentration of oxalate in their urine. And I'll link those studies in the article below. And another study showed that the bacteria strains in cultured foods could be just as effective as reducing these oxalate concentrations. And I have seen that a lot in my line of work. There was a 4-week study with 6 patients with major risk for kidney stones, and they received a daily probiotic called Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus plantarum, which is in vegetables, Lactobacillus breve, thermalis, and B. bifido impetus, which all of these are found in cultured foods. The plantarums in cultured vegetables, and a small dose in kefir. Brevis is in kefir, thermalis is in kefir, and B. impetus is in a new yogurt we are making called Yogurt Plus, because the more bifidobacteria you can get, the better. And the results showed a reduction of oxalate in all 6 subjects when they had these different bacteria. And I have seen that myself personally with testimonies from people. They did another study that was very similar to this one, done by the California Dairy Research Foundation and Food Culture Technologies, got a very similar results in 10 people that took that study as well. All of them degraded the oxalates in their diet and in their bloodstreams, and that basically prevents kidney stone formation and joint pain and a host of other problems. Now, just for the record, I consume a lot of foods that are high in oxalates. Almonds, like all the time. Spinach, all the time. Chocolate, a lot. And I have never had a problem with kidney stones. I drink tea, like tea is supposed to have oxalates in it. I drink so much tea, it's ridiculous. I mean, I probably drink, oh my gosh, at least 4 glasses of green or black tea every day. And I've been doing that for, oh gosh, 30, 40 years. But I also consume kefir every day in a smoothie, for 22 years. And that bacteria is constantly working on my behalf to keep me healthy and strong. Nobody in my family has problems with this either. But we don't take a lot of antibiotics. Every once in a while, somebody will, because my husband cut his hand open and they were worried about it. But, we just load back up with probiotic foods and replenish those missing gut bacteria. And it makes a world of difference, guys. Now, probiotic supplements that have these in them are not always a good idea. See, the thing about probiotic supplements is they can open up into parts of the body where they don't belong. And I'm seeing a really big rise in things like SIBO, which is small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, where basically bacteria is residing in the upper gastrointestinal area where it's not supposed to be and causing a lot of problems. And as a matter of fact, because it's caused so many problems and I've seen such a rise in it, and I think it's because people are taking more supplements. We have a special yogurt, L-reuteri, that actually is supposed to live in the upper gastrointestinal area and keep all those other harmful bacteria out of there. So it kills it And we've had like 30 people that have really said that their SIBO went away when they consumed that every day for a month. And it really restored their bodies in a powerful way. So it's really better to get your probiotics in food because the body knows what to do with it. It basically puts a little protective halo around the probiotics that are in the food. It speeds to the parts of the body where it's supposed to go. And it's really its preferred fuel source. It works so much better. The supplements, and lots of times supplements just die in the stomach acids. So they're very expensive, they're not sustainable, and they're not as good for you. So, and food is so much less expensive, and it's delicious, and it works. And I took supplements for years and didn't see the change in myself or my family until we started doing fermented foods. And then that was dramatic and very quick. And I have an article called Probiotic Foods or Supplements that you might want to take a look at that has more detailed information about it and explains how exactly fermented foods work in the body when they have probiotics in them and how supplements work. It's really interesting. I've got a little video on there, and I'll link that in the description below too. So for many, many years, I have witnessed how effective cultured foods like kefir, cultured vegetables, certain yogurts like Yogurt Plus, made with Bifido, are in removing oxalates and helping people with kidney problems by removing and reducing oxalates in the body. I think some of the most amazing stories that I've got from people about kidney function improving, especially with kefir, I probably had 10 or 12 people tell me their kidney function improved when the doctors said it couldn't. One lady didn't need dialysis. I've seen animals really turn around. There was a golden retriever that was in stage 4 renal failure and turned around by giving it kefir 2-3 times a day, and it's still going strong. It is absolutely amazing. I've done a lot of research on it, and watching those oxalates get degraded that cause a lot of these kidney problems by the bacteria that we consume. And it has been some amazing stories that I've got. I got one recently from a lady named Carolyn Subar. She sent her testimony, and it's on my Lives Touch page, which is at culturedfoodlife.com, and in the menu bar you'll see Lives Touch. And you'll see her picture, and she said, let me tell you her story. It's pretty amazing. She said, "Hi, Donna. I'm so excited to share my story. A year ago, I found out through routine blood work that my kidneys were functioning at 43%. It was a shock, and I was really scared to death. I rocked along for a few months, changed my diet, but I didn't see any improvement. 6 months ago, I contacted you, and you told me about kefir and fermented foods and thought I would try to see if something so simple could actually help me. I ordered my kefir grains from you and the Cutting Edge Veggie Starter. I started making kefir and having a kefir smoothie every morning for breakfast. I made sauerkraut. I had 2 tablespoons for lunch and dinner. I loved it, and I especially loved my kefir. As the months went by, my kidney function started to improve. My EGFR numbers went from 43 to 48 to 54 to 57. And last week I had my blood work done, and praise God, my kidney EGFR number was over 60, which is the normal range. I can't tell you how excited my husband and I are. So thankful for you and for all your help, Donna. You never tired of answering all my questions, and sometimes they were daily. Thank you, Donna, and God bless." And that is just one of many stories. I've had some other ones that were even more amazing than that. And I got to tell you guys, it's powerful medicine, some of this food that just can be really delicious, but can be really helpful. I mean, I have seen some amazing things, in my own life. My husband and I are both in our 60s. We're not on any medication. We don't do anything. We don't have to go to the doctors regularly. I mean, we hardly have to go at all. So maybe for routine things, but we never go. I go once a year, and I kind of don't want to go. And everything they always just tell me, keep doing what I'm doing. And I can't discredit all the foods that I eat on a regular basis. I am so thankful for the bacteria in my body. It does so many amazing things for me. Kefir, cultured vegetables, my yogurts, my kombucha, all of them do different things for me. They create different wellnesses in my body that I need. Kombucha helps detox my liver. Cultured vegetables remove all kinds of pathogens, boost my immune system. keep away viruses or destroy them. It does things like it removes pesticides and chemicals from all my vegetables that I make with them. It does it completely within 6 days. It really is a powerful bacteria in there, but kefir is one of the most powerful because it has so many probiotics. That's 50 plus. And guys, 22 years of having kefir every day. And now what I do, I got to tell you this. This is what I do now because I've seen such a dramatic improvement in everything. Incredible amount of joy I've been feeling from taking half a cup of kefir every day. This is my smoothie. Half a cup of kefir, half a cup of L-Reuteri yogurt or Yogurt Plus or both. So I have like a cup. And I actually double this because I make it for my daughter too. I put some red pheno powder in it, which is basically berries that are crushed into a powder that feed your bacteria like crazy. I put a little bit of collagen in there. And I put a little bit of apple peel powder in there because apple peel feels Akkermansia muciniphila, which is one of your most important gut bacteria that keeps your gut lining intact. And I just love it. It has pectin, and it's just a powerful food source for bacteria. And I do that every morning. My daughter and I love it. I change the fruit up. I change what kind of fruit it is. Sometimes I change, sometimes I'll make different types of smoothies that are different than that, but most of the time I usually use fruit. Most of the time it's berries. Sometimes I'll do pineapple and spinach. I do that a lot. Okay. I do pineapple and spinach and collagen powder, half kefir, half yogurt. I have different types of yogurt, and I'm doing a new yogurt now too that we're testing that I love so much. It's similar to L-Reuteri, but it's different benefits and a different bacteria that does different things. I'm always trying this because the enormous wellness I feel is incredible. I sleep harder. My hair is growing like crazy. And my hair never grew that fast. My whole life it didn't. It's thicker. My skin looks better. I have more energy. And I'm losing weight. And I'm not doing anything but eating more cultured foods, like more yogurts and more. I'm actually making some yogurt cheeses now that I'm going to post soon. But anyway, I do it every single day. And I'm kind of addicted to it because I like it so much. It tastes so good that it is my favorite breakfast, and I never, ever tire of it. I don't even know why, but it's good. And it has this wonderful flavor, but the powerful benefits I get from it, you guys, they kind of are blowing my mind because I've done this a long time, but now I'm adding more different types of strains. I launched a yogurt a while back called L-Reuteri that nobody really has one of those on the market. And L-Reuteri is mostly absent from anybody who's ever had an antibiotic in their life because it gets killed very easily. And 94% of the population doesn't have it anymore, while almost all the animals have it. We're supposed to have it. And that has been a phenomenal change in my life, having that yogurt along with my kefir. And the funny thing is, kefir has a little bit of L-Reuteri in it, but it doesn't have a lot. So adding that in really, really enhanced the way I sleep, the way my hair grows, the energy I get, and I've been exercising so much more than I have in a long time. I can't stop. You can't keep me out of the gym because I'm really enjoying. I'm getting more muscle mass, which keeps you young, keeps you healthy. And anyway, those are just personal things for me. It's really exciting, guys. I don't tell you anything that I don't do. I'm so excited about it. Now, it's not always, there's a little bit of problems with it sometimes, but if you contact me, if you ever have problems, you can contact me because I know how to help you. I've worked on this for a long time, perfecting different things, and the benefits are so many with all of these foods. People, if they only knew the wellness it could bring into their lives, it would be so life-changing, and it has been for me. And what's funny is I didn't think it could get much better, but it's gotten better because I keep finding more stuff, and everything I find is about the bacteria that resides in our gut that keeps us well, keeps us healthy, keeps us young, keeps us vibrant. But most of all, guys, it keeps you full of joy because it gives you a sense of well-being that you don't get without it, because your emotions are often controlled by your gut bacteria. So you got the wrong ones in there, you're going to be angry, judgmental, struggling, and the wellness that I feel and the love and compassion I have for other people is enormous. I've always had that, but it's gotten a lot better, even as I've gotten older. And I hope that this will help so many people because it's made such a difference in my life. I can't stop talking about it. I think I drive my family crazy because they have seen the benefits. I don't think my daughter will ever stop taking it, or my husband, because my husband says he can't believe how much he sleeps, how hard he sleeps now. And my youngest daughter, who's 20, said it just calms her emotions down and makes her feel fantastic. It makes her feel so happy, and it clears up her skin. It's a powerful, just a food that she has every morning. I just double my smoothie every morning, and she looks forward to it every morning to see what I've made. And together we do it, and it has made a huge difference. So anyway, I'll stop rambling, but I'm really excited about it, guys, because it's made me feel, and everybody in my family has experienced benefits, huge benefits. So those are the foods we eat every day. My husband, my son, my daughter, my other daughter, these foods they are delicious. They're fun to make. They're easy. And everybody wants something fast and easy. And let me tell you something, a smoothie's fast. It takes less than a few minutes to make. And you're out the door. I always have it with a cup of coffee. It's my favorite breakfast in all the world, especially in the summertime. You want something cool and not hot. Give these smoothies a try. And let me know. It'll change your life. And it's just a smoothie. So I've got a million smoothie recipes on my site. I've got them in my books. I've got them on my membership site. We've got ebooks we put out in the summertime for members. We got summer cultured foods and probiotic drinks out for the summer. We're getting ready to put this summer cultured foods out here. We do a lot because we eat a lot of them. So I hope that helps you. Thanks for listening, guys. Check out these foods. Don't worry about oxalates. Everybody's freaking out about them right now, and everybody's panicking. Don't freak out about them. Your bacteria's got you. Just feed your bacteria what it needs. It'll take care of it for you. You don't have to freak out. This is just the new thing on the horizon that they're freaking everybody out about. You got a lot of good bacteria, you're good. It's going to help you. Fermented foods are the answers to these oxalates. You don't have to be worried about them. And don't let anybody scare you about them. Your body knows how to do this. It just needs you to be the captain of your ship and feed it what it needs. So I got links in the description below. You can find out how to make kefir, kombucha, cultured vegetables. You can buy some of these at the store. They'll help you tremendously. Or you can go to my website, Cultured Food Life. In the Start menu, you'll see a little smiley part that says Start Here. It has a drop down. It teaches you how to do every single one of these foods for free. It tells you how to make them, how to do them, what the benefits are, where to get stuff. And it's all free on my website. I do it for everybody because I want everybody to feel good. So thanks for listening. Have a great week. Get some cultured foods in your diet, and don't let them give you any worries about oxalates. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.